Last night, the Hawks were served their first loss since the trade deadline, but it was a thrilling one on the road against a top 4 team in the Eastern Conference, and the New York Knicks, 149-148 in overtime, 39 points and 19 assists for Trae Young. Yes, it wasn't the most efficient shooting, but buddy, he had 19 assists and 39 points. Get out of here with your efficiency bull crap. It's such BS. Georges Niang, incredible. Misses the game-winning shot, unfortunately, but hey, it couldn't have worked out better for that possession. Trae Young drives, hits it off the side of the backboard, kicks it out to Niang, and Niang was wide open. I mean, that's the guy you want for a corner three wide open. I mean, he's going to make that at least 50% of the time. Unfortunately, this was one of the 50% that he made it, but great game. Hawks looked like a much better team as they have since the trade deadline. I want to say one thing, though. I want to ask you this, and we can talk about the game as well. But it's the Hawks or the Knicks. There's not a very good rivalry.
7-game series, baby.
It is the best rivalry in the NBA.
I wouldn't go that far.
What is even close? There's not even one close. There's not one close. And it's not really Hawks versus Knicks. It's more Trae Young versus Knicks.
Yeah,
but the Knicks fan base is incredible. I mean, listen, you can say whatever you want about the Knicks being a championship contender, but that fan base is unbelievable. And Trae Young relishes. He's the perfect villain. He performs every time he plays there. He plays with the crowd.
There's definitely up there.
There's just nothing like it in the NBA. There's no rivalries.
There is no rivalries. There's no hatred in really any major
there's
sports.
no hatred between players, but there is hatred between Trae Young and the Knicks fans. And that's why it's a legitimate rivalry.
I think all of the Northeastern teams in terms of fans hate each other. I mean, Boston and Philly hate each other. Philly doesn't really have a lot to stand on, but, they still hate Boston. And New York, obviously, they hate Boston and they hate Philly and vice versa. Regardless of the rivalry, it doesn't matter. 7-game series between the Knicks, health permitted. This is going to be a series if we see them in the postseason. I promise.
Well, it's the last thing they want to see.
It's the last team because we have nothing to lose. We don't even belong there. You, on the other hand, traded 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges and then another blockbuster trade for Karl-Anthony Towns, who has been balling, by the way. That guy, I think he's doing really well. I thought he was going to
swindle the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I thought he was going to crumble in New York because he's just a soft kind of a guy. He's not even a center. He's a glorified power forward, in my opinion, just because he's soft. He has exceeded my expectations, but to the game.
Wait till the postseason.
True. So true. I am going to stop giving him credit. We'll see him in the postseason.
We watched Towns go for 30, 10, and 10.
Yeah.
30, 10, and 5 is
all season, yeah.
And then the postseason, he doesn't play.
You're so right. This game, shorthanded Hawks team, Magic, dirty. I mean, the Orlando Magic are just trying to, bounty gate them. I mean, what they're doing, shorthanded Hawks team takes it to one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference, overtime. Dyson Daniels, that play he made to force overtime, that's the kind of stuff the Hawks have really been missing. Just the winning kind of a play that we, obviously you got a guy like Trae Young who you want to be your closer. He misses the final shot of the game, but you still got your closer. And even then, Karis LeVert and Niang, I can't even say his name, are two guys that I didn't even give the time of day. Karis LeVert has been a very good player in the NBA for a long time, so I knew what we were getting with Karis LeVert. Dare I say we won the trade deadline? Like, dare I say that? Listen, DeAndre Hunter, we miss you. I loved watching you grow. I was always in your corner for most of your career. I think that we won this trade deadline. It's going to take one little knee injury from Bogey or DeAndre Hunter to cement the status that we won this trade deadline.
I don't even think it's close. I think the Hawks.
I mean, these guys.
I think the Hawks.
They can shoot. They can defend. But more than anything, these guys are durable.
I don't think it's close. I think the Hawks won the trade deadline going away.
Which is crazy because I was at least iffy.
I just think they won the trade deadline because they got NBA players back, like guys that win, that play defense, that are durable and can shoot. Like I keep trying to tell people about Trae Young. If you surround him with players that can play at the NBA level, you're going to have success. They have very few times been healthy and surrounded him with that are capable of playing starter minutes at the NBA level. And when he has guys around him that can play, everybody plays better with Trae Young.
The nonsense coming out. 36 and 18. Oh, he's inefficient. Oh, he had 7 turnovers. The guy had 36 points and let's just be, on the lower side of things, contributed to another 36 points. Some of those were obviously three-pointers, so it's more. At the bare minimum, he contributed 72 points. Half of the Hawks' total points were generated by Trae Young. What in the hell is it going to take for people to wake up and watch or realize that we are watching a generational player, like a future Hall of Famer? What the hell is it going to take?
It's just, I guess it's going to take him leaving Atlanta. I really don't. I don't.
Maybe winning a championship,
because people that want to say they're NBA savants, and don't get me wrong, I'm not out here watching every other game outside of the Hawks. Like, I'm not that guy, but I do watch the Hawks, and I'm like, you guys clearly don't watch the Hawks, because there's no way you can watch the Hawks and come up with the narratives that you do about his inefficiencies or what. The guy,
we don't have any other scores.
The guy is the clutchest player in the league. He leads in clutch points. He leads in fourth quarter points. He leads in fourth quarter assists. He leads the league in assists. He's what, top 15 in scoring. I mean,
well, what's hilarious is you got Knicks fans who, go, well, Jalen Brunson did it way more efficiently. Well, you got Karl-Anthony Towns. You got Mikal Bridges. You've got 4 All-Stars, and Trae Young is playing with Karis LeVert, who, again, upgrade over what we had, but let's not try and put lipstick on a pig. Well, the Hawks still don't have All-Stars.
Let's be real. Going back to the original point of a 7-game series, the reason that you love that, why do you absolutely love, is because Trae Young's the best player on the court. Sorry, Jalen Brunson. Sorry, Anthony. Knicks fans argue with the wall. You all know it. He dominates you every single time they play. Trae Young is the best player on that court in that series. And when you have the best player on the court in a 7-game series, you always have a chance. I would absolutely love that. It would intensify the rivalry, especially if the Hawks pulled the upset.